Hi, hello, hi, all you beautiful people. Hello. Anyways, um, oh my gosh, I'm going to, once this whole wedding business is done and over and out of the way, I'm going to have to do some serious financial stuff, setting money aside for Miha 2.0. When I just picked her up now to put her on, and obviously, oh, there was a little ripping sound, and oh, one of her little nostrils here is the seam has come apart even more, and it's, oh my gosh, she is literally coming apart at the seams. I really, really, really badly need a an upgrade on my suit. I really, really badly need Miha 2.0. This thing is falling apart. Oh, so I'm going to have to. The wedding right now is obviously taking every spare cent that I have. I'm going to have to do some serious saving for Miha 2.0. Because this thing, I'm afraid, is just going to completely fall apart one of these days. Yeah. If you have any ideas for a fundraising thing that I could do to do some fundraising for Mia 2.0, because I want to do a full suit, so that's gonna be expensive. And I kind of, like, I was doing some fundraising for a new microphone, but I kind of think that Mia 2.0 is going to take precedence. Is that the word? Is going to be more important than a microphone, actually, because yeah, I need a microphone to do better ASMR, but if I don't even have a suit, I can't have my channel. I mean, technically, if I could figure out the whole like avatar thing, then I could still do stuff, but it won't be the same. This video is going to be about first world problems, like the line between first world problems and like more, serious problems that are kind of still first world problems. Like, at what point is it first world, you need to suck it up, versus like it is a problem, like where, at what point does privilege play into it? Yeah, so obviously the first world problems of like, oh, my pantry is so full of food that I don't know what to cook to eat. Or even with this of like, oh no, my nose on my fursuit is ripping. Oh no. Or my phone charger is too far away and my phone is about to die. That shit. I saw a video of third world people, like obviously starving people in Africa, like stereotype. They were reciting first world problems like that of, I had to postpone my haircut appointment because of COVID, and when it's like they're obviously starving, So problems of like, yeah, of being, the pandemic stuff of, oh no, I couldn't make a hair appointment, or oh no, I had to buy my groceries online instead of being able to hand pick them myself. Like, that entitled bull crap. Yeah, obviously that's first world problems for sure. But like, I'm in a lot of support groups. And so, we talk about things, that we talk about stress, and we talk about goals and baby steps, and celebrating the small victories. Like, okay, so like my room, for example. This is the first that my room has been really clean in a long time, but so for a while there, basically all of last week and up until now. It took me a long time to clean my room. Like it literally practically took me 2 weeks to clean my room because it was so stressful, so overwhelming. But that was kind of like a first world problem because it was like, oh no, I have so much stuff that it's overwhelming trying to figure out a place to put it all and trying to figure out what to get rid of and what to keep. Like, my problem being too much stuff. It's like having a fridge full of food but not knowing what to eat. But does that mean that I can't feel overwhelmed? You know, does that have to be disregarded? Does my feeling of being overwhelmed and anxiety over the problems of being able to clean my room, like, does that... I realize that I am a privileged white person. You know, I realize that I should be grateful for the roof over my head, and that I do have the ability to, that I don't have to work, that I am on disability, that I am living with my fiance who can support me, you know, that can support me to do this kind of stuff, that I don't have to go to work, that I can pursue this. So, is it a I mean, I'm not rich, but is it a white person's first world privilege to be overwhelmed by cleaning my room? Or even mental health stuff in general. Yeah, our healthcare system in this country sucks balls. It does. It leaves a lot of people behind. It leaves a lot of people in the dust. So, but even that in itself, like, our healthcare system sucks. I wish it was not international. What the hell is it? Universal. I wish it was universal healthcare. But we still have healthcare. Like, even though it is very difficult, like, my health insurance, well, now my health insurance does now cover dental, thank goodness, but there's only one dentist where I'm living that takes Medicare, and they're not accepting any new patients. But at least I do have access to a dentist at all. At least I do have access to doctors at all. I have access to medication at all. So it pisses me off when people don't get the COVID vaccine, because at least you have access to it at all. You have that privilege to get it. There's other people in other countries where they don't even have access to the basics. They don't have access to a flu vaccine. They don't have access to malaria vaccine. They don't have, like, just basics of healthcare. So does that all mean that I can't complain that I don't have a therapist right now? And that I don't know when I will be getting a therapist? Should I feel bad about myself that I complain that I don't know when I'm going to get a therapist? That, I mean, like, I put up with my last therapist for so long because I felt bad complaining about my therapist, even though she was obviously not good for me. At what point, where's the dividing line between first world problems, you know, oh, they made me a latte, but they didn't put latte foam art in there. Like, that's obviously first world privilege. But at what point, where's the dividing line? You know, I have food and clean water. So what right does that give me to to feel suicidal? I don't feel suicidal right now. I'm just speaking in general. To feel suicidal over my stress and anxiety and issues, or wanting to self-harm because I'm overwhelmed with stress and stuff. Like, should I feel guilty about that? Like, I don't really have a reason to want to hurt myself. even that in itself is kind of a privilege if you think about it. Self-harming, like, I have the privilege to be able privilege I have the privilege to be able to hurt myself and know that I have the access to the clean water to wash the wound. Try saying that 10 times fast. And the squeezy stuff, the, what do you call it? The antibacterial cream stuff and the bandaging. Like, I have access to all of that medical stuff when in other countries they don't. People die from sepsis. And okay, say then, like, even if we do say, all right, yeah, you probably should feel guilty about that, but then what? But then what do I do? So, all right, so I feel shitty, I feel guilty about that privilege, but then where do I go from there? Do I give away all of my stuff and everything and give it all to charity? Do I move to Africa? And, like, how far do we have to go to make up for the inequality? And is it really my job to do that? And the answer is no, it's not my job to do that, but it's also not my job to turn a blind eye. So what do I do? So, like, every time I wash dishes, every single time, I feel guilty about it. And every time I flush the toilet, I feel guilty about it, thinking, this is clean, drinkable water. You know, the toilet water is, like, kind of gross, but it's still drinkable water, and I'm using it to flush poop, or I'm using it to clean dishes. I feel guilty every single time. But I still gotta wash my dishes. I can't just not wash dishes. I can't just not use my toilet. So what are the alternatives? I can't just not live my life. So it's stuck in this weird position of, I don't want to be feeling guilty about my first world privileges, but I don't know how to make a difference otherwise. I don't know how to change otherwise. I don't know how to be different otherwise, other than, well, I could donate my time and money, but even with that, of how, I don't know how to make an impact. I don't know how to balance the scales to how I can feel like, you know, these are balanced. I can't just not do dishes. And so the next time that I'm really depressed and don't feel like eating, then I feel even worse, because it's like, you shouldn't let your food go to waste. You should eat, because some people don't even have access to food at all. So it makes me feel even worse. So then I feel less like eating, even more so. But again, it's not like I can just give away all my food entirely. So what's a person to do? I don't know what the answer is, but I think a big part of it is at least just being aware of it, you know, of not taking these things for granted. Just at least being aware, being thankful, you know. I can't fix the problems of starving kids in Africa. I can't fix that. I can do my best to try to affect things in here, you know, of political stuff, voting and whatnot, and giving to the food bank, and trying to not let my food or water go to waste the best that I can. I've tried to not waste water when I do dishes. I've tried to not let my food go bad and have to throw it out. I need to work on that one, to be honest. So anyways, I love all of the like the first world problem memes, or and Weird Al's song, or those ones that are very obvious, Karen type stuff. But one can get wrapped up in it and get depressed, if you think about it too much. And then feel even more depressed, like feeling bad for feeling bad, because it's like you don't really have the right to feel bad about it, like I am a white cisgender female, it's if I like I'm at the top. If I was a male, if I was a man, that'd be, even higher up, but otherwise, like, I am at the very top. I'm on disability. I have mental health issues, so that knocks me down a peg, but I have a roof over my head. I have access to food and water. So yeah, so at least I'm not a man, but even still, I don't really know what the answer is, other than just, like I said, of at least being aware of some things and not letting yourself fall into those traps of, not complaining, like, oh, I can't find anywhere to park downtown, this isn't fair, like, just of being aware of your surroundings, being aware of what you're saying, what you're doing. Like, this will sound kind of woo-woo, but at least, if we were to keep ourselves in check for how we are reacting to things, that the less negative energy that we put out into the world, maybe the better that this world will be. So the less negative reactions we have to things, more positive reactions that we have to even things, well, realizing that things are minor inconveniences. I'll just say that, like, oh, I can't find a parking spot. Well, that's okay. I'll park somewhere else, and like, I could use a walk. Walking is good. Or like, oh, Mia, I'm so frustrated and stressed that another seam is ripping. Well, at least I can still wear it. It's not like it's completely falling apart. The moral final point of this is, I guess, awareness. Just be aware of how you are reacting to things and being grateful for what you do have, and put positive vibes out there in the world. And if you can actually do things to help, donating your time or money, then do those things. Okay, that's about it. See you later. Thanks. Love you. Bye. Mwah.